Heads up! Watch out! Can we do that again?
There to stay.
Hear that?
My kind of action. How about that?
Here I come!
Reminds me of the first ship I crewed on. Captain had to ban Vorst and baked beans.
Smells like something died in here. Nobody in this downtown knows how to clean up after themselves.
Sisters, we do.
Oh, it's done!
Nice one!
Sustained. Performing.
That's the last of them!
me.
Initiating initialization sequences. Greetings, customer! This SAM unit is unable to locate your registered information. Registering new owner, Captain. SAM units live to clean and clean to live.
What can I do? Yeah.
Ah, outlaws, I assume. Do me a favor and let me finish this, will you? Aren't you with the brutes that attacked our lab? Aren't you here to pillage our supplies and leave our corpses to the Raptidons? Oh, well, good luck. Now, if they got the carpet in here. Orson, you idiot. Just put it... Of course, because I didn't... I am Orson Shaw, Chief Behavioral Scientist. I was brought in to study the Raptidons. I was to ensure that, should a problem arise, our team is adequately equipped to deal with them. They are insatiably hungry, absolutely impossible to control in any fashion, and indeed appear to be powered entirely by hate. No amount of studying will enable us to control them, or even slightly sate their aggression. Not quite. We are now acutely aware of their weaknesses. Bullets through the head. Now that may seem like an obvious conclusion, but believe it or not, some creatures' brains are not in their heads.
Isn't that the truth?
Now if they got the carbon in here, it's just a matter of... Oh, you're still here. If you haven't already, you might speak to Anton. He can point you in the right direction. Now, if they got the... What does it look like? I'm preparing a personal defense device. Or trying to, anyway.
Certainly not. But Porter and his goons are busy with the outlaws, and Anton's busy holding his head in his hands. Seems as good a time as any to get a bit of work done.
No. Well, yes. Well, no. Perhaps.
I left schematics in our storage facility. As far as I know, the security commander hasn't found them yet. I admit I'd feel better were they returned to me.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have a tube of thermal paste on you, would you? Blast. Well, good luck. Oh. Ah, yes. Very good. And have you done that? What a relief.
Anton would have just given them to Porter without a second thought. What a waste of potential that would have been. I see. A proper shakedown. I might have known not to trust a common... So be it.
I might have guessed. Such are the risks when hiring mercenaries. Very well, I have...
Without those schematics, I'll never be able to repair this pistol. Well, now... Anton would have just given them to Porter without a second thought. What a waste of potential that would have been. Sadly true. Contraband does tend to fetch a high price among the colony's ne'er-do-wells. So be it. I'll buy them off of you.
I might have guessed. Such are the risks when hiring mercenaries.
Without those schematics, I'll never be able to repair this Well, it's not like I have a choice.
Now leave.
I'll keep it down.
Oh, hello. Why do you seem familiar? Have we met? Ah, yes. Very good. And have you done that? What?
And... Sadly true. So be it. Much obliged. Here are your bids. Now, let's see here. Attach this, twist that, apply a little pressure, and... voila! I can finally call this little side project complete. Thank the law. Oh. I can't be caught with this. You take it. If R&D buys the schematics from me, perhaps I'll get you the first model, hot off the presses. I'll, call you? Yes, I'll call you.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
It's almost time for today's episode of... What's that? What'd you... Bless your slippery little fingers. Isn't that just a shame? Well, that's just swell, sweetheart. Good for... A shame you didn't visit old Gladys first. That would have fetched a good price. I may have thrown in a batch of my famous sugar cookies just to sweet... If Auntie Cleo's exporting wraps from Monarch, golly me, someone's going to be... Darnation. It sounded like a gold mine, but maybe that's just my old hopes getting in the way. I suppose it can't be helped. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your pal Gladys now. Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the Sublight offices. She's a dear. Now, was there anything else? I've got a lovely little throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my hands busy.
Boss, if you need a tour guide, I've smelled 12 episodes of Terror on Monarch. Kind of an expert.
Long as there's paying work, you can count me in.
C&P Force Pockets. Can be microwaved in 2.5 seconds. Force Pockets. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leaked from the capture of Northern terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local ward editor.
Sublight puts the organized in organized crime. Trying to get us to use that slogan.
Some freelancers sneer at Sublight for setting up a storefront. They rake in the bits.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for you the one flying. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Hey, Doc Fenhill. Glad to see you ain't moved on from Groundbreaker yet.
Hey, Tobias. How's the leg?
Good as you left it, ma'am. Still bends and everything. A bullet went through it, most of the way. The other guy thought his ship was perfectly operational. I told him it was salvage. We disagreed. I won.
Workplace hazards, Captain. Pretty routine around here.
Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings, but there's a catch.
Does this make us Sublight agents now?
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? First, an embargo that's been active ever since the board pulled its forces off-world. Few regulations, plenty of freedom. And second, all the goodies that no one had time to pack. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you. A few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around the board embargo. We keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and unconventional erotica. Byzantium kids with more money than sense can thank Sublight for their good time. One of my guys filmed a Raptidon grinding on an automech. Didn't end well for anyone, including the cameraman. When the board pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world. Apparently, one of Catherine's teams uncovered an abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae gas. It's exactly 1 million bits per cubic meter. Before you get too excited, the only thing rarer than Alta Vitae gas is a reliable buyer. Dangerous stuff. Acid for the nuclein in your cells. It's no good to anyone outside of a lab.
But it can be a lot of fun, if you don't mind the possibility of rewiring your body on an atomic level.
You and I have different notions of fun, Dr. Fenhill. Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood? Don't go looking for anything, except salvage. Just watch out. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
Yeah, see? We'll be fine.
Sublight's always got plenty of work. Good gig. mind where the bits come from.
CNP Vorstworth. It's not the worst unless it's worst.
So, you're really running around with us now, huh?
Sure am. I'm a part of the crew now.
Impeccable timing, Captain. I was about to watch the latest episode in Halcyon Helen's thrilling serial adventure. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay... I don't believe so, Captain.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps? You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is coming.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right? I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic, us being cut off by the Board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are Sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor? I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tosswell poster coming in on the next Sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding. All over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. Don't interrupt, it's rude. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn Rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you? Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you? Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger? Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head. More than you have, I suspect. I plan to sit here and drink. Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Well, they work. We got a deal or what?